So we know that refrigeration is important from the point of view of maintaining the quality of products, allowing us to sell products for much longer seasons, so we can harvest the product in the autumn and we can store it all the way through the winter and supply our consumers. Food and farming is responsible for around 30% of all global greenhouse gas emissions, and refrigeration is a significant part and is responsible globally for around 15% of the total electricity production. So anything we can do to reduce the amount of energy that we use on farm has a direct benefit to the farmer, but also has a benefit to the environment. So today we're going to talk about how we can optimise the refrigeration on farm and reduce the environmental impact.
Benchmarking is an important aspect of cold store and refrigeration. Basically, it allows operators to contrast the performance of their stores against other stores of a similar type. The measure of benchmarking for cold stores, that's chilled stores and frozen stores, is called the specific energy consumption, which is the energy in kilowatt hours per year divided by the volume of the store in cubic meters. So using this, if you've got a number of stores that are operating at, say, 5 degrees C, and you have other stores operating at 5 degrees C, if you're using less energy to do that and you have the same space that is chilled, the store using the less energy is the one that is more efficient, and the practices and the techniques and what they're doing there is a good example of how to improve other stores through the chain. Benchmarking is about contrasting the energy consumption of one store against another store. Sometimes you won't have that information to hand. You will have an energy meter which gives energy to the site, and that will be distributed over a number of stores. So what you've got to do is something called sub-metering. Now, many modern stores will have sub-metering built in as they are constructed, which is great because you've got access to that data. And that then, divided by the volume of the store, gives you the specific energy consumption. If you don't have fixed sub-metering, you can get clamp-on sub-meters. They just clamp around the conductors that go to the refrigeration plant, and they use induction to work out the current, and from that you can work out the power being used by that fridge plant. Most cold stores have an automatic control system that monitor the performance and improve and keep the store at the temperature you want it. There are a few aspects about that that are important to understand. The first thing is you will have sensor probes, temperature sensor probes, somewhere in the store which are reporting the temperature back to the control system. It's important to know where they are and to make sure that those sensors are actually reading a sensible temperature for the store. If you plonk them behind a crate or a pallet or something like that, you're not going to get good airflow, so you're going to get a poor piece of information to the control system. The secondary aspect of that is, are they calibrated? Are they telling you the right temperature? You don't know. So get a reference thermometer and check that against what your store is telling you, because maybe you have a short circuit of air and some parts of the store are really warm, not good for quality, not good for longevity, and other parts the air is short circuiting, and you get in some crates that have a lot of cooling going to them.
Good door control and good door management is an important way to reduce the amount of energy that we need to maintain our cold store at. So if your doors are constantly being left open, then you're going to be allowing warm air in. So ensuring that your staff are closing the doors when they don't need to have them open is really important for moving goods into the cold store or for moving pallets out of a store. In addition, maintaining your seals on the doors, whether it's on the floor or on the sides, is really important, because if we don't have a good seal, then our cold air or warm air can move in and out of the cold store. So simple, regular checks is an important way to reduce the amount of energy that you need.
Good store integrity is important for thermal performance and crop quality in a number of ways. Obviously, if you have holes in the structures, cold is getting out, warm air is getting in, but it also is a point where pests can get in, where rain can get in, where water can get in, all of which is bad for quality. Also the structure of the store, as stores begin to age, it starts to sag, and you can get cracks, and as cracks appear, they will appear over time, and it needs to be checked fairly regularly that you've still got none of these ingress points. If you are seeing pools of water within the cold store, that is an indication that you probably have a leak somewhere. Moisture on the floor will eventually move around onto the evaporators of the refrigeration system, which will clog it up with ice, which will adversely impact efficiency of the refrigeration system. One simple way to check for the integrity of the store is to walk through on a bright sunny day and look for shafts of light coming through. Look for those little pinpoints of light, because that will be the telltale that you're losing heat and there's potential for rain or pests to get in.
So today, hopefully we've shown you some of the things that you can do on farm to improve the energy efficiency of your cold stores, and through that improve the economic efficiency of your farms, as well as reducing the environmental impact of the food we produce. If you'd like more details, please contact my colleague Graham or Paul Ward from Business Lincolnshire. Thank you.